This is our second viewing. Second for me. Is this your second?
Yeah, second.
Yeah, of
I've only
Black
seen this
Cauldron.
film once.
I saw it in
ago.
high school is when I saw this movie. Not a fan. I didn't like it.
That was all right.
But it got this, I guess not huge, but big enough following where it's kind of getting this. It's like it's the underground dark Disney film of which there's surprisingly a lot. When you think about like Return to Oz.
It is the film that gave Jeffrey Katzenberg a heart attack.
This was supposed to be like what Pirates of the Caribbean became, where it's like this was kind of the darker, edgier, PG movie. You know, we're gonna go a rating above what we usually do, and it lost to the Care Bears movie. Like it was said to be the saddest day in Disney history. A major animated Disney film lost to a greeting card.
I can vouch for the fact we actually saw that one as kids.
Yeah, we did. No, that's one we couldn't find anywhere.
No, you could. Yeah, you just
There's
couldn't
promos
find
everywhere,
it.
and then it just vanished so quickly.
I swear they must have like pulled it after a week.
Like everyone's like, but it's so dark. Cool. It's still annoying. It still has really annoying main characters.
Yeah. That is true.
So annoying.
I'm already dreading hearing that voice.
So here we go. Second viewing. Haven't seen this in years of Black Cauldron. Maybe it'll be better than I remember. Let's check it out. I love that logo. That logo tugs in my heart. I love that logo.
Need a minute alone?
Yes,
with the logo?
play a good pause.
Okay.
There was once a king so cruel and so evil.
Skeletor!
Man, that is so weird. It's just that old 80s, that old school animation, yeah. It kind of looks like those those golden storybooks, though, doesn't it?
A little bit.
If this was a Don Bluth movie, he'd be the bad guy.
It's so weird, like, because this movie to me feels like... Well, and it was in production forever, but it feels like it was made in, like, 1975.
Yeah, it has that
And
vibe.
I kind of like that look. It's a look I kind of enjoy.
Look, you're in luck.
It turns out this is the Black Cauldron. I've been cooking stew in it the whole time.
How anticlimactic.
No wonder the porridge always came out with living skulls and zombies. I do remember strangely thinking the pig probably had the most personality in the movie.
I'm a warrior, not a pig keeper.
That voice.
I want more.
Look at me, hen. I can do it.
Don't you want to just punch the shit out of this kid? Don't you want to, like, give him a million wedgies?
What are you, some sort of anti-Anglite?
No, he's just annoying. I'm a warrior. I'm gonna fight.
It's called The Hero's Journey.
But he's not likable.
Well, neither was Luke Skywalker, but Star Wars still managed to pull it off.
Yeah, but that had Star Wars on top of Luke Skywalker.
So what we need are a few TIE fighters in this, and it'll fix the problem.
Yes!
It looks as though I'll still be an assistant pig keeper when I'm as old as Dorban.
See, that's all he talks about. I'm not a hero. I want to be a hero. I want to be such a whiner.
You are so full of hate for this movie.
I
We're
just
only like
don't like
a minute
it.
in.
Oh yeah, this weird shit. This is the weirdest.
I like weird shit.
No, but this isn't like whimsical. This is just odd. This is like something a drunk guy comes up with. No. The pig gets these visions. You got slam her face in water, and her spit shows visions of the future and evil. It's like so fucking weird.
This is how they did shit back in the Middle Ages.
What, they slammed pigs' faces in water and its puke predicted the future?
Yes!
I don't need a story about that!
Have you ever heard of scrying where you would take like a bone, like the shoulder bone of like beef or something, and basically etch on it in order to divine the future? People did weird shit.
That's a little cooler.
If the Horned King should find it.
Then Middle Earth, Tasia Land will be his.
Middle Fantasia.
I will say this, the last time I saw this was on VHS. It is really nice to see a digital copy.
Honestly, I need like this soundtrack album.
You have it! It's Ghostbusters!
This is so Ralph Bakshi here.
Yeah, no, this shit's pretty cool.
Like, look at the reflection in the water. Like this is...
I'm listening to what a fop he is, please. Animation's nice, but...
Dolben, the greatest warrior in all Prydain.
Alright, so he's a little late.
Yeah, a little bit! Oh man, he came in this early. Oh. Now we have these two throughout the majority of the film. Aren't you so excited?
Okay, I do legitimately hate him.
Now, Rob, he's gonna star in the Straight Story, and it's gonna be wonderful.
Fierce smackings and whackings on his poor tender head.
It's like Donald Duck on his deathbed. That's sounds like. Giving his last will and testament to Huey, Dewey, and Louie. It really does have that vibe of like George Lucas saw this and was like, I have an idea for the prequels. You know, Clark, if he starts humping your leg, just let him finish.
I'm a warrior! That's why I think Quest for Camelot saw this and said, yeah, just make it a girl.
Well,
I'm amazing! I'm awesome!
Just make it a girl and then suck all of the cool crap out of it.
Are you coming?
I could use bait and lunch. Yeah, sure, these backgrounds are really cool. Yeah, they are pretty cool.
Amazing.
If you look at everything behind the main characters, it's a good movie. I'm a bad troll.
Looks like the bat from The Great Mouse Detective.
Instruct her to show me whereabouts of the Black Cauldron.
Also, I wish to see Blackish. Very funny. Tell her to put that on after the Black Cauldron. I got a theme going tonight. It's black.
Small one! No!
Gotcha, pig boy!
Isn't that also what they called him in Deliverance?
Oh. Hi, I'm Zelda. I'm here to rescue a Link.
Let's really be honest. If her hair was on him, you could not tell them apart. It is like the exact same face.
Yeah.
Really look at that. Aladdin and Jasmine had kind of the same thing. Like, they drew them a little too similar. Shit, those backgrounds are cool. They are really cool.
Yeah.
He must have been a great warrior.
Here lies Carrie the Cowardly. He was a terrible warrior. Oh, I stand corrected. This sword was never used once. He accidentally fell on it, thus killing himself.
Hurry! In with it!
And I'll give you a new diaper.
What the f?
You mean...
Well, he's not going to use it.
But it's still got his hand attached.
It's good luck.
At least I don't keep talking about it forever. Oh, you're so boring.
So boring? That's the best insult she could come up with? Like, is this really cry-worthy?
Oh, but we couldn't have done it without you.
Actually, I probably could have. Like, if the sword was in my hands, it would pretty much do the same thing.
Honestly, I think he slowed you down.
You totally slowed her down. It's like they were cobbled together from other lesser fantasy properties.
Like Ferngully.
Ferngully, I'm seeing a lot of, like, some David the Gnome, some Smurfs, a little bit of Fraggle Rock. You just cut back to them, and there's, like, magic mushrooms next to them, and they're like, They've gone nowhere. They're just right by that pond.
You know what reminds me of a little bit, but there's a little bit more leeway for this. It reminds me a bit of Aragon, just going from one every fantasy thing to another every fantasy thing. But this is a little older, so it has a little bit more leeway.
Apparently, like, it's like a series. The
They condensed 5 books down to one.
And so they entered the swamp of despair. There, the pig got depressed and started drowning. Boy, that villain from The Rescuers really let herself go.
We find out these were actually the female squirrels from Sword in the Stone.
Merlin turned them back to the humans. They're very Bluthian.
Yeah, I love the way they move.
Yeah.
All right.
They turned into Aladdin there for a second. That sort of Aladdin face. I do love just how many there are. How many skeletons. I'll give it that. I've never seen that many skeletons.
And a broken down minstrel.
Hey, he still works down there. I mean, oh. I love that. That's beautiful.
Gertie has no friends.
Don't try to make me cry for Gertie. How dare
Yeah,
you?
no, that's
How
always the
dare
thing,
you.
too. Yeah. Oh, no, not him.
Curse you, Simon Belmont!
I don't get what they are now. What is that? I just don't. They get the sword and now they're farts? I don't understand.
So, you want us, a bunch of shady bitches, to have this cauldron of resurrecting the undead for that little fuckface furball.
Alright, whatever. It's in the script. I don't know. He's still dead.
That'd be amazing.
I would love this movie if that's the case. No. At least we know we're eating tonight.
Alright, well, start a fire. I'll skin him.
You're alive!
He's alive. Look, touch me.
Ew!
Draguna Makoitiza.
I like it.
It's not as bad as I remember, I will say.
I wouldn't call it a great Disney movie, but I like just how batshit it is.
It's weird, but it's not crazy. It's gray, but it's not dark.
The weakest part is the heroes.
Yeah, the story in general is just a very basic fantasy story, very basic fantasy characters, and they're kind of annoying.
I like her early on when she's like taking initiative, and then they just turn her into girl. Like, she just becomes like, I would cry now.
Rob, princess girl.
Yeah, sorry, princess girl.
If somebody likes it, I totally get it. I understand,
I won't say
especially
it's
for dark
bad.
kid stuff. But defending it's like, no, this is good. This is the underrated. How could anyone not see the brilliance of this movie? Like that, I'm not getting.
I
not
see
understanding
brilliant
that.
spots in this movie. You can't argue it's not a mess. Like, even if you love this movie, you have to, like, look at this, like, from a narrative standpoint and everything and be like, okay, this is messy. You can just tell something was off.
That's about it. I'm actually very curious what kind of review I get out of it, because there is a lot to talk about, and, like, what angle do you take, so that'll be fun to figure out. So, that's about it, and, pig. I just love John Hurt saying pig.
What news of the pig?
Oh, that was his last word. Pig.
Oh, God.
Go out on. It's a dark movie. Let's go on that dark note.
What did he mean by that? It's like Rosebud.
Yeah, it's just as the detective going, what did he mean by pig?
Yeah.
It's a weird note to go on, but it was a weird movie. Bye.